Here we go. Hey!
Oh, there we go.
I think we did it. Hello, everybody.
Yay.
Welcome back to Elite Dangerous.
Oh, you're already on your way.
Yeah, see, I'm professional.
Wow.
Sorry,
Professional with
that's
Elite
now
Dangerous, but
Minty.
not
Minty
at
has
speaking.
inspired that. Sorry, what?
A professional Elite Dangerous, but not at speaking.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to mimic the way that Minty spelt professional yesterday. It was interesting, to say the least. So yeah, I am
Either way.
12 jumps. 12 jumps away. 12.
Oh yeah. So, Lage, are you gonna stick around? Or
No,
are you
I'm gonna
tonight?
duck out. It
Yeah.
is 12:30, and I was up at 6, actually being ready for once in my life. Instead of scrambling. Well, I was still doing some scrambling at the last minute, but I gave myself enough time for that, so it was.
Did we
more
make you get up
leisurely.
early?
No.
Um,
Well, kind of. I'm supposed to. Like, I want myself to get up at 6 every morning. I just don't. I just fail miserably at doing that. So, yeah.
okay.
Either way, that's gonna be it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all. I
Yeah,
may
thank you.
show up for something tomorrow. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
figure it
Well,
out.
once we get past the official end of StreamVester, there's like the after party, which is a whole bunch of other streams that keep on going, but it's not planned, so we don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah.
But we might see you around.
It's planned
we might
just
be
well.
asleep.
It's planned just about as just the same amount of time before it happens as
Yeah.
StreamVestor is. It's just we're too busy doing StreamVestor to bother with the planning at that point.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
been a good time. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Russell was here earlier. So
Hey, I'm
hopefully
Matrix.
you
Hey.
heard a better
Sorry.
explanation than
I have.
what I
what?
gave you just before.
And Russell watch. Oh, okay. Here, yeah. So let's do a quick update. I'll just scoop off the star, and then I will do a quick description of what I'm doing, where I came from, where I'm going. Cut my Joe. Only Canadians would understand that reference. I apologize. Okay. Let's just do a quick scan. Ooh. Ooh. Rocky. I see Waterworlds. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. That's a Waterworld. And is there? Yeah, there's one more. There's one more. There's one more. Oh, is it behind the sun? Maybe not. There it is. Found you. Okay. So, let's bring up the galaxy map. I'm in the Muska dark region. That means nothing to me. Let's zoom out. Well, this is interesting. So right now, I am literally flying past the Coalsack Nebula. And for anybody that plays Elite Dangerous in the current moment in time, will know that the Coalsack Nebula has recently started to become under attack once again by the Thargoids, which are the alien species in this game. And I'm literally flying right past it on the way home. And these attacks started today. Talk about timing. Like, there has not been a Thargoid attack in, I think, like 6 months or longer. I can't. And the day I fly past the Coalsack Nebula is the day that Thargoids attack again. So there's a chance that I'm going to be hyperdicted on my way home here. So hopefully not. We'll see. But right now I'm about to fly past the Coalsack Nebula. I'm trying to head to... So right here is the human inhabited bubble of space. If I actually go to power play... why... There we go. So you see that's the bubble, right? All that colored area right there. That's the human inhabited bubble of space. This is the area that most of humanity lives in our galaxy. I am currently on my way back there. If we zoom out, you'll see this is the Coalsack Nebula. This over here is the over here is the Pleiades area of space. This is also under attack by Thargoids right now. If I continue to zoom out, you'll see that this is the sector of, whoop. I clicked on something. I apologize. Let's zoom back out. Or sorry, that was the Witch Head Nebula, maybe not the Pleiades. But yeah, so this here is the spiral arm that Sol and our galaxy belong to. This spiral arm up here is the outer. So we live in the inner Orion spur, and this is the outer Orion spur. And if we keep zooming out, if you follow this arm right here, and you keep following it all the way around and around and around and around and around and around, you finally get over here. And this is called Beagle Point, which used to be the furthest point from Sol that you could get in the galaxy. Since engineers and the, what do you call them, fleet carriers arrived in the game. Can I select you? Why won't you let me select you? Oh, because I'm in power play. There we go. Beagle Point. 64,000, basically 65,000 light years away. This is what my journey home has been. I've been flying down this arm of the galaxy all the way around. All the way around. And now we are finally coming into home. And we are very, 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 very close. And so now the plan is to get into the human inhabited bubble of space, not get hyperdicted by Thargoids and get blown out of space, not get attacked by pirates and get blown out of space, you know, run into nothing bad, land at a station, turn in all my data, and become elite in exploration. That's the goal. We'll see what happens.
So, is there still the stake that the last time, like if you die, you go all the way back to Beagle Point? Is that still at risk?
Yep.
Okay.
That's still a risk. Yep. Because so on the way back, actually, let me just get around this star as well. But on the way back, we stopped at a nebula that was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. If you're looking for kind of a like your first kind of real exploration trip that maybe about 10,000 light years away from Sol, something to wet your whistle on the whole exploration thing. There is a location in space that I would highly recommend. It is right. If I zoom back out, it is this right here. This system. I can't pronounce that, but you can see it on screen. There are two Lagrange clouds in this system. One is an orange cloud and one is a red cloud, and there are lightning storms within them. And there is also these, I can't remember what they're called, but I was basically calling them space trees. But and that was a joke with Mir. But it's spectacular, right? So it's about 10,000, 11,000 light years away from Sol. It's amazing. But anyhow, there was a fleet carrier here. And I flew up to it, and the fleet carrier was orbiting a neutron star, which are very dangerous, and it was very, very close to the neutron star. I managed to get aligned with it properly to drop in on it, and then I went to dock with it, and it was refusing me docking. It wouldn't let me dock, so I was very upset. But the idea was it would let me dock there so that I could reset my respawn point if I died to that location instead of Beagle Point. But no, that didn't happen. Whoa, there's 2 stars here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that risk
that
for
would
us.
have been really good for you as in terms of the game.
Yep.
It wouldn't be as good in terms of the
Drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I agree. So yeah, I'm really nervous right now. Now I will say, in full disclosure, I am not playing in open. I'm not going to risk that. We're streaming, we're live. I don't know if anybody's, if there is any griefers watching or whatever, but I'm just not going to risk it. I don't want to run into a player who feels like it's fun just to shoot down explorers that have no guns and no defense. So I'm playing in my private group. So the only real concerns are NPCs, because most of the people in my private group, or all the people in my private group, are decent souls. But there is still a chance that an NPC will get us, and there's still a chance that the Thargoids will decide that we look tasty. I kind of
Frostbite's
actually want us.
apparently
Sorry,
Is it pronounced Colsack?
Callsack. Yeah, I think it's pronounced
Yeah.
Callsack.
Yeah, Frostbite's out there helping with evacuations at the moment, apparently.
Yeah, once I get back into the bubble, turn everything in. You know, I'm planning on outfitting myself for some combat, and I do want to go out there and help as well, Frostbite, with the Thargoids. So, but I need to get safely into a station first. Here we go. I'm actually really nervous. Like, this has been, I haven't counted. Like, if you go back, Boris, and look at all the streams I've done, how many? I don't know. I think this is.
I'll give you a number in a moment.
All right, I don't know how many streams I've done,
few.
but I've done, yeah, several streams that have been anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours long, and I've also been doing like 3 to 5 hour, you know, on my own off stream, just trying to make this happen. So we're talking about like, yeah, probably like, I don't know, a week. Not that long, I guess, but a considerable amount of time getting home. And if I was to all of a sudden show up in Biggle Point, I'd be very upset. You've never seen me very upset.
So it looks like there's at least 10 streams.
10 streams at like 3 to 5 hours apiece.
Yeah.
Plus the I probably did about 3 3-hour sessions off stream as well. That's another 9 hours or 10 hours or so, let's say, on top of that. Yeah. So yeah, it's a considerable amount of time. Yeah, nothing. All right, where are we now? 5 jumps. All right, I think we're past the Thargoids. Yep. Okay, yeah, now we're between Colsack Nebula and Elu. And so Elu actually, the reason I pick Elu is it is the home base of a player group that is dedicated to exploration. So I try to contribute to their station and the background simulation and all that kind of stuff there as much as I can, especially when I'm exploring. But the other thing about them that's really nice is they explicitly picked a star, like a system that is right on the edge of the bubble. So the chances of you running into pirates and things of that nature are a lot less because you're basically coming in from the black of space. And the first kind of like inhabited system on your way in is basically them. So very, very, you know, thoughtful of them, in my opinion. What's that? I'm distracted. What's that? This is a transient signal source. What is that? Degraded emissions, threat level safe. Okay. Here's the first sign that we are back in civilized space, because that's basically a... No, I don't want to go there. That's basically a human signal. It said threat level 0 safe, which means that it's probably just a wreck. But there is always the chance that when you drop in there, there's a pirate that is laying in wait for you know, somebody to show up. Yeah. That could be an ambush. We're not going there. Yeah, I'm in a scared mode right now. A scared. Oh my god! And we're also now like here's another sign that we're getting close to a civilized inhabited space. The names of the systems all of a sudden actually have names, and they're not just like number letter combinations. Pomoko? Welcome to the Pomoko system. We're about to get there. Despite our inability to do anything properly, Boris, this might line up the way you want it to.
Oh,
10 minutes.
Yeah, we're down to 10 minutes.
see, I didn't. Like now looking at the schedule, I didn't really plan it right. See, I thought you would need more time, and you would be coming in towards the end. But I gave you like half an hour.
Yes,
and
you
then
did.
An hour afterwards.
Transient. Well, this is a concentrated signal source. So that means that that's probably showing up over here. Oh, there's stations here. Wow, we are really close now. Gosh, there's actual like we are in inhabited space. Oh my god, next jump. Last jump. This is our last jump. No, sorry, 2 jumps. We have to go to Watha and then Elu. So 2 jumps. I know the feeling, the anxiety getting close to the final. Yeah, frostbite. Oh my goodness.
I did not think this was possible. Like when you were going through it, and I was just doing the rough sums, I just thought there's no way that you're gonna do that. Like you're gonna put in that time.
I didn't even realize you were close.
Do you guys see that? ELEU. The next jump. Elu. That's where we're going. That's where we've been going for 2 weeks. Final jump. Last jump. $65,000 light. Actually, it's probably more like 70 or like at least 70 or 80,000 light years because we went the long way around.
Goodness.
Oh boy. Hey Minty! Is that actually Minty Jones? Is that real Minty Jones?
Yeah, yeah. that's
Okay.
what I'm
Hey Minty!
So almost
Okay.
back to where you are.
Well, I could probably jump to him in a couple jumps now because I've got a ridiculous jump range on this ship. You hear that music? That's the you've reached your destination music. All right, before a pirate finds us, Finley Dock, here we come. All right, I'm watching my radar. It's been so long since I've done this. Let's zoom in on the. Oh, let's zoom in out. Okay. There's a couple of ships around me right now, but they don't seem to be near me at the moment. All right, so I haven't docked at a station in like a year. So we'll see how.
As you slam into the side of it and explode.
It's been a long time. I've been out in the black for a very long time. Okay. And Minty, if you're watching, I'm gonna try. Yeah, don't crash. I'm gonna try and do what I normally do. So I'm gonna try and line up properly with the mail slot, so that I'm aimed directly at it when I drop out and fly straight in and dock. The way you do that is you see there's the station and there's the planet that it orbits, which is a beautiful Earth-like. We're going to fly between the planet and the station because the mail slot normally points in the direction of the gravitational body that it orbits. So we are going to fly between the two. And you actually can see, if you look at the hollow on the bottom left there beside my radar, you'll actually see the station. That actually represents the position of the station as well. So if I actually negotiate a little bit, looks like it's kind of off center. I'll pull in between. And now what I want to do is line it up so that it's kind of right above me. And then I'll slowly pull up. And there's a tiny little radar that you notice to the left of my main radar as well. Now I'm lined up. You'll see that the mail slot is fairly lined up with me. What's going on? I hit the button. Oh my god, my controls were in the wrong mode. I didn't even notice that. Okay, that would have been perfect, but I just flew right past it. That did not work well.
I thought that was going to end in a big crash.
Well, I'm still in
glad
super
that
cruise, so I
space
flew.
is big.
Space is big.
Alright.
Yeah. My HOTUS was actually in, for whatever reason, I was in SRV mode, not in flight mode. So we will flip around. And we'll try to line back up with this. All right. So that's looking not too bad. Let's come in below it.
It's fine. We can edit that together. It's
All right, Finley Dock is right
it'll look
there.
right.
But also you can see what I'm doing here is I'm kind of like flying underneath it. I'm keeping it above me, and now as I pull in closer to it, I'm going to pull it up so that I want that hollow to show that I'm facing. There we go. Now I'm facing the mail slot. I pull in, and it's right in front of me. I'm going to boost.
Oh,
I need to get within 7.5 kilometers so I can request docking. You want to make sure that you come in on the green side so that you don't run into another ship. And you can look on the tiny radar on the left there, and it'll show you where your docking bay is. Looks like it's just above me. I want landing pad 23. It's right here at the end. That's nice of it. I'm gonna drop the landing gear. Touchdown! Like butter.
Congrats.
Okay. I've landed. Let's repair my ship because it needed repair. Let's restock it because I've used quite a bit of my auto field maintenance unit to repair my ship while I was out in the black. Let's fuel it. Let's go into the hangar.
I
made it.
didn't breathe for too long.
That was, I was
Held my
nervous.
breath.
There was quite a few times where there could have been pirates that grabbed me, but we're in dock. We're in Finley Dock. Starport Services. And we are 4 minutes to my New Year's, and we just landed. Like a pro. Thanks, Minty. I am shocked to see you in a port. I know, Mir. Oh my god. It's been so long. Like, just this screen? I haven't seen this in so long. All right. Now here's the moment of truth. Universal Cartographics. This is where I turn in all my data. All of the discoveries that I have collected. Okay, so the first page will earn me almost 11 million credits.
Oh. How many pages are there?
You don't have no idea until you go through it all. We could be here a while. We'll see. and it'll show you all my first. These are all of the systems that I discovered before anybody else. On the ones that I just turned in, so that's and then the next page is that 18 million credits? That looks like 18 million credits to me.
I don't know how you manage.
Okay, do you hear that incoming
Yeah.
message? Just a minute. It might have just happened. We're waiting for something. So I still have more to sell, but
Hey.
You've got a shiny thing.
do you know how long I have worked for that? Congratulations, Commander. In recognition of your extraordinary success, the Pilots Federation has rewarded you the rank of Elite. My exploration rank is now Elite. I'm officially double Elite. I have Elite Trade rank and Elite Exploration rank. The one I really cared about was Explorer. All right. Now we can turn in the rest.
Yeah,
20 seconds.
Victory trumpets.
Oh, do you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. There's fireworks outside.
Oh, they're early.
Yeah. Tell them to stop.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Another 6 million. Oh my god, the music's going! Do you guys hear that? On the stream? Is it on the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful! Oh my god, it worked! It worked for me on my New Year's. Another 7 million.
That needs to be a GIF.
Well, anybody's welcome. Look at all these first discovereds too, and bonuses. Holy, that was almost an $8 million bonus. Oh my god, this page is worth 20 million. Okay. I haven't been keeping track of how much money I've been making here, but that's another almost $8 million bonus. No, that's, oh my god, is that a $20 million? That's almost a $20 million bonus. For all the first discovereds.
Yeah, says
Happy
that
New Year's,
he'd
Lewis. Thank
like
you.
To imagine, he'd like to imagine that you looked like some crazed hobo with a scruffy long beard as you storm into the Universal Cartographics office to sell your bounty.
That's exactly how I imagine myself. Like, yeah. Somebody who's basically been living on his spaceship. Another 24 million. Oh my god. I think you're right, Minty. I'm at least 100 million, if not more, so far. Like we've had a couple of 20s, which 246. Like we're probably at, and it looks like there's another bonus of 20. Like we're over 100 million already. And another 20 million for this page. Oh, dance clip by Almond. Thank you. Thank you, Almond. Russell, I have 2 hours. Will New Year's here. And fireworks have been going for a while already. Yay, fart noise. Yay, fart noise. Yeah. That's hilarious that it worked. We've been having trouble with the fart noise. It hasn't been working all that much. Another 21 million? Oh my god. It works normally on the first time, but then it didn't work after that for each subsequent one. But for whatever reason... Actually, I guess it is the first time, isn't it? Right, I just brought everything back up. So there you go. It's not a surprise. It's repeatable. It's the first time. Another 24 million, and that was a 50 million bonus. The bug works as intended. Exactly, Mir. It's a feature, not a bug.
And Gunny's here.
Hey,
Maneuvers is
Gunny!
finally back in the bubble.
Hey, Gunny, I just made it back to the bubble. And I'm turning in all my data. I'm selling like it seems like every page that I'm turning in here is like 20 million, and then I'm getting like 20 million in bonuses for first discovereds. I'm at 622 million credits now. I have to go back and look, but I was at 400 and some odd million credits when I started turning stuff in. I've easily exceeded the 100 million that Bulls was estimating.
The amount of money that Apple usually has in games.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that
He
and
gets
because
it
he's
through
got a
nefarious
cheat
and
gun.
tricky ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even in games where he's not cheating, he just finds like tricky ways of getting all this money, and he doesn't even really know how. And
Thanks,
he's got
Frostbite.
nothing to
Appreciate that.
nothing to do with it.
Seems so silly. I actually like. I don't have a problem saying this, but I actually had to hold back a tear as I got elite rank. I know it's a silly video game, but I've been playing this game for how many years now? And that rank in this game was something I've been working for basically since the day that I started playing it. Is I wanted to be elite in Explorer. And tonight I made it.
Just had to fly the entire halfway around the galaxy to get it.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I do have a picture up here. I wonder how easy. So there's a website. Actually, I've got an image that I posted in the chat. But I will. Let me see if I can do how easy it is to do this. So let's go. Add an image. And I will continue letting this. All right. Where did I put that picture? Maybe I only posted it in the. Yeah, I think I did a direct. Okay, so here, let me make a new image. Let's go. There's a website that I use called EDSM, I believe it is, and it lets you upload all of your data that you. So as you play the game, it will log all the data, and then this program basically grabs. It's called ED Discovery, and it'll grab all that data and upload it to a website, and then it'll map all of your exploration into a. And show it on a database. So let me just pull this up. Let's continue this going. Sell the next page. Let's transition that over. There you go. That you take a look at that green line that goes. So actually, all those green lines. That's all the traveling that I've done in this game.
Oh.
so if you look on the left, there's like 3 circular rings, right? The main ring at the bottom of the screen, that's Soul. That's the main bubble, right? And you'll see that there's a lot of like it almost looks like a giant star in the middle, right? Because that's like so much of the traveling that I've done. But the if you look at the circle that is kind of on the left-hand side of the screen, that is where Colonia is. That is the new kind of like new settlement in. Yeah, EDSM is great. Yeah, I totally agree. But that's kind of where there's a new bubble being created there at Colonia, and then there's the circle that's a little bit further away, kind of more to the right. That is Sagittarius A star. That is the human, or sorry, that is the giant black hole that's in the middle of the galaxy, right? And then if you keep going beyond that, you'll see that there is a point where it goes all the way up to the edge of the galaxy. That's Beagle Point, right? And so the original trip that I took was to go all the way up to Sagittarius A star and then all the way to Beagle Point. But then you'll see that the green line that basically goes semicircle around the outside of the galaxy, that's the trip that we just finished. That's what we did to come home. I took that arm all the way around.
When did you start?
2 weeks ago.
No, I mean, like, when did you leave the bubble? How long ago was that?
Oh, that was years ago. Like maybe, but that's also because I kind of stopped playing for a little bit. I got to Beagle Point during what was called the Distant Worlds 2. I was part of the Distant Worlds expedition, the second Distant Worlds expedition to go to Beagle Point. And I did that like kind of similar to how I did this one, where I basically jumped a lot to get there. But yeah, so probably I'd say it was probably a good, solid 2 weeks of travel again to get out there, and then a solid 2 weeks of travel to get back, real time. If I take into consideration all the breaks and stuff, like if I remove all the breaks and all that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, it takes a considerable amount of time to get out there.
Yeah, I mean that's very impressive. But can you do a series of jumps to spell out something rude?
Yes,
Oh.
you can. People have already done it.
Are you now interested in the game now, Boris?
I'll join up just for that.
Sorry, I think I've missed a bunch of comments, but yeah, like Gunny, you're double elite too, trade and exploration. I'm the same as you now, Gunny. I got trade and exploration, Gunny, as well. So I'm double elite. I am. My next goal is I'm actually now going to start seriously working towards trying to get combat elite and become triple elite in the game, and that's the highest rank you can get.
Is that going to start with the Thargoids?
That's good. Yeah, I'm basically gonna. So my plan is I'm gonna start doing what I'm calling like flight assist off training. I'm gonna start going and trying to get really good at flight assist off, which is basically Newtonian space. So not using all of the basically like AI in the ship to make sure that your spaceship flies like it's an airplane in space, right? Which will allow me to probably, I'm hoping, allow me to be a lot better in combat, where I can fly in one direction while shooting in another direction, and people won't be able to get behind me, that kind of deal. So I'm going to start doing that, as well as I'm going to head out and I'm going to start dealing with the Thargoid invasion as well. I think I'll start with the little guys, right? Go see if I can deal with some of the Thargoid scouts, a bunch of little guys. See if I can deal with them first, and then I would like to start trying to go after the full-on interceptors and the Medusas and the bigger, badder ships. But that I think is going to require some help, right? I don't think I'll be able to take one down myself, so I'll need people to come with me and basically have a battle plan. So probably put together a wing and try and try and get good at that. Try and take down some Thargoids. Also, pirates, take down pirates, human pirates in systems, things of that nature, and some missions and things. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely need to start doing some engineering, combat-based engineering. My dream combat ship is a Fer-de-Lance. So I want to buy a Fer-de-Lance. I want to A-rate that Fer-de-Lance as best, in the areas where I feel I need to A-rate it. And then I need to engineer the poop out of it. So there's going to be a bunch of streams too where we need to go looking for materials, going to engineers to tweak all of the components on that thing to make it a dangerous machine. And then I'm going to be doing training myself to try and get to become a better and better combat pilot, so that not only do I have a very dangerous ship, but I also have a very dangerous pilot behind the wheel or behind the joystick.
Minty's threatening you. He's saying, "I'll join a wing with you."
No, that's not a threat. That's what I want him to do. I want him to come with. I want him to help.
Yeah.
Engineering my cutter for that now. Oh, cool, Iron Matrix. Longest trip was the loop home you just did. Oh, cool, Frostbite. So you did a similar loop. That's cool. Newest, have you been to a fleet carrier yet? Yes, Iron Matrix. Actually, I did stop at a fleet carrier at Beagle Point, actually, which at the time seemed like a great idea just to repair my ship, and I turned in some data there. But as I got closer and closer to home, I'm like, I don't know if that was such a good idea. But now that we made it, it was a great idea. Well, I'll come back to the bubble. Happy New Year's, and hope to run into you sometime now that you are back in the bubble. I'm jumping off to play some VR chat. Have yourself a great night. You too, Frostbite. Thank you for joining us in my journey home. You've been at I think you've been at most, if not all, of the streams that I've done. So, cheers to you as well.
And he's made, before he's gone, he's made 1 point that you might get to 1 billion by the end of the night.
I might. Oh my God, yeah, I'm at 750 now.
If you manage that, that's going to be. This is quite a stream.
Got everything.
That would be, if I get to 1 billion, that means that I've made basically $500 million. I've turned in $500 million worth of credits tonight if I get to 1 billion, because I was under, I was 400 and something when I started turning data in. I haven't even been watching my balance. I've just been clicking. I've just been going just been clicking through it while I was looking at chat and talking with you all. I haven't even noticed how much money I've been making until you pointed it out. Sorry, what was that?
Did you? Yeah.
What station are you in? Are you in Finney Station?
I'm in Finney Dock in Ilu.
Yeah.
So it's the first dock, right? Earth-like.
I finally got it all patched up. So.
Oh, did you?
Didn't even.
Yeah. I tried to meet you where you were, but by the time I got there, you were already back here at Finney Dock. I went, oh.
Nope, we got a server error.
What?
Yeah, I just got a server error.
Oh no.
Okay, seems to be working again.
Still have your money.
Keep going.
So it's fine.
Let's keep going. Wow, yeah, I'm at 750. I'm at 750 million credits. Oh my goodness, what just happened?
Wow.
You've received a gift from an anonymous gifter? What is this?
Yeah, someone anonymously gave a bunch of subs to other people.
What is...
So
Okay.
thank you, that anonymous person.
Thank you, anonymous person. How does... Okay.
You know how this works about as much as I do.
I have no idea what's going on.
It's a good thing.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. 25 emotes shared. An anonymous gifter gave... Oh my goodness. So Mir, Iron, Charlie, Sal... Wow. I don't know what's going on, but that's amazing. Thank you. Whoever you are, thank you very much. Yes, and Minty, like, let me clarify. You're not offering to join a wing with me. I'm telling you, you're joining a wing with me. Mine's, mine's a sitting
do
duck
those-
taking up space.
Do those parties exist? Like where you can have multiple people on one ship? They exist.
Yeah,
yet?
multi-crew. Yep, multi-crew is a thing.
Multi-crew. That's what they. And do you have to have like a specific ship or some way of?
You need a ship
like
that
with-
that supports multi-crew, and there's a whole bunch of them that do. But they're medium or large ships that support multi-crew. I believe the Crate Phantom, the ship that I'm in right now, has one extra seat, so one person can come sit in this ship. But I have larger ships as well that support more. I think you can have up to yourself and 2 more people. I think the biggest ones allow up to 2 extra people in your ship, so there'd be 3 of you in the ship, including yourself.
Can you have like that other person would just be like sitting on a, what do you call it? Like a gun, a turret?
Yes.
Something like that when you.
Yeah. So depending on how you have the ship outfitted, you can have turrets. So you need to set up turrets for people to use the gunnery role in the ship. But you can also install what's called a fighter, like a ship launch fighter bay, and that allows you to have people actually load up into little tiny spaceships that launch out of your spaceship and then help you in combat. They're really fun to fly. Like, they're actually really fun to fly. They're really fast and nimble. If you get hit, they explode real fast, but you actually control them sitting in the mothership. You actually you control them through like telepresence, so like kind of like a virtual link. So when they blow up, you don't die.
Iron Matrix said that they are going to add multi-crew to SRVs in Odyssey.
Yes. So that's coming in Odyssey. So in the Odyssey release that's coming next year, this year, in the first half of this year now, they're adding what's called combined arms combat. So you should actually be able to assault, like have a combined combat arsenal where you have people in spaceships, people in SRVs, people on the ground, like walking around, because they're adding space legs, right? Or elite feet, as I like to call them.
See, I might be, because that's what I've always told you before they added the multi-crew stuff, is that I'm not particularly interested in having to give up half of my life in order to get, something decent out of this game. It's a big commitment.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's an MMORPG, right? So all that jazz.
I would be very happy to just jump in your ship and to leech off of you.
I'd totally be cool with that too.
Yeah, just shoot some things and then never have to think about it again.
Yeah, well, the one thing that I've wanted to do ever since they announced multi-crew, which didn't allow for this, but the way that they're talking about Odyssey, it sounds like this might be a thing. But what I've always wanted to do was launch a combined raid on a base, like on a planet, where you've got people in spaceships that are fighting other spaceships, because bases actually have like other spaceships that protect it, right? They'll be patrolling around the base. So you'll need to engage those spaceships with people in spaceships, right? You'll need to, but then you also want to assault the base, right? So like you need to go in and like the mission might be, penetrate the base and download a set of encrypted data or something like that, right? So you can have people in SRVs that are rolling in and attacking the turrets, and your spaceships engaging the spaceships, and also maybe attacking the turrets that are on the ground. And then once you guys, you penetrate the base to like drop the shields and get in, then people jump out and they start running into the base, and they have to like work their way through the base to find the data, grab the data, and then get the hell out, right? Like that to me sounds extremely fun. And you could have people in spaceships flying. You could have people in the spaceships on turrets shooting, right? You could have people in SRVs rolling in, firing away. You have people on foot running in with their guns. Like, that would be so much fun. I would love to coordinate something like that. That would be amazing. That's what I want to do. And I hope Odyssey allows for that. We'll see. But that's what I really want to do. And Boris, if you were down for that, like, sitting behind a gun in a spaceship, or, dropping into a buggy and, whatever, right? Or running in with a freaking assault rifle and going for the prize, right? Anything you want to do. Like, that would be hilarious fun, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure Apple would be up for being like a dumb grunt as well.
Yes. Yep. Foot soldier.
Yeah.
There was a comment. Where was it here? Oh, Iron Matrix. I have a beard now too. Iron Matrix, awesome. I love it. And Bulls is saying hi to everybody. Loves it.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. Oh yeah, you're there too. Hey.
Welcome to the chat.
Same for me, but
Been in for a while, but he was talking about how bad we'd all be at attacking a base, so I just wanted to let him go.
Oh yeah, the imagination, the fantasy that's in his head.
Yes.
Yeah, and the
What
reality of it's
will
gonna be
actually
quite different.
but it will be hilarious.
Right, and my Iron Matrix is right. My dream won't be realized until they merge Wings with Multicrew, and they haven't said anything about that for Odyssey, but that's my hope. My hope is that they are merging Multicrew and Wings. But even if they aren't merging Multicrew and Wings, and you have to do it all from either a Wing or a Multicrew, but even if it is just Multicrew, you have a spaceship. So let's say you have one spaceship, right? You can have, let's say, 2 extra people in that spaceship. Somebody could drive a rover, right? Because they actually have, from my understanding, they've confirmed that limitation of multi-crew, where somebody could be in an SRV, so a ground vehicle, and somebody could be in the spaceship. That's supposed to be a thing. So if that's true, then you could still do. I'm assuming you could still have somebody on the ground, somebody in an SRV, somebody in the spaceship, right? Even if the limit is 3 people at this point. But they really do need to merge Wings and Multicrew at some point. I think that's the be all end all. That's the culmination of all this stuff. And I'm done turning in data. I got to 783 million credits. So flying from Beagle Point back to the bubble, all the data I found. And you know what the funny thing is that, I probably would have hit 1 billion if I wasn't rushing, because basically I was only stopping to scan and probe for the first half of the trip. I was only stopping if I found a water world, an ammonia world, or an Earth-like world. Those were the 3 things I would stop for. And also any kind of anomalous signal. After the halfway point, when I was like, I'm not going to make it unless I just boot it. I basically would only stop for Earth-likes after that. So if I had been coming back and stopping and scanning for more stuff, looking for terraformables, looking for more things, right, I probably would have found a lot more data on the way home and made a lot more than that. But still, 750 million, that's not bad. I guess it was, I made from Beagle Point back to Seoul, I made $250 million is how much I just turned in, like right now.
I make that every week.
I don't know what to say to it other than it seems very impressive. I don't know what, like maybe $250 million isn't much in Elite Dangerous, but I assume it is.
It's a fair bit. I think Minty would be very happy with $250 million right now.
That he would. $250,000 even.
I remember, yeah, I remember when I first started this game, and I'm just gonna go kind of like into. There's my ship.
Oh,
It looks.
the paint. It's beautiful.
Look at the paint job, huh?
Oh.
So that actually is a game mechanic. The more you explore, the more you jump off stars, right? Your paint job will slowly get eroded away. So yeah, that shows that I've been out in space for a little while. Fleet, yeah. So that's a good point, Iron Matrix. So fleet carriers, to buy one fleet carrier, and I think you can only have one. Each player can only have one, but it costs 5 billion for a fleet carrier. But fleet carriers are also considered end game content. Like when you buy fleet carriers, that's kind of like you've hit, kind of like that end game major content. You basically have access to everything. But yeah, we are in a space station. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Welcome to Finley Dock. We see spaceships coming in and coming out, and you can see little trucks moving around. I'm actually really looking. So Odyssey as well is going to allow us to get out of our spaceships and go into stations like this, right? And go in, like, walk around and like explore the stations. Like, that's going to be fun. You still have some paint on yours? Yes, I still do. How long a round trip did you take? So I can show you. Let's pull up the galaxy map. I'm currently in Elu. So I'm back in the bubble, right? On the edge of the bubble. I left the bubble during Distant Worlds 2. And I flew straight out and went to Sagittarius A star right in the middle of the galaxy here. And then I kept going all the way across the other side of the galaxy. And I went to Beagle Point, which is 65,000 light years away. Then I took the spiral arm home. So I took this spiral arm and I flew all the way down this arm, all the way around, and just now got back to the bubble down this arm right here. So that trip wouldn't have been 65,000 light years. It would have been a lot more than that because I took the long way around. So minimum 130,000 light years, probably more like 150,000 light years, I would imagine, round trip. All the way to the other side of the galaxy and back around the spiral arm over here. That's the trip I took. Iron Matrix wants me to test his shields out for me. I'm not exactly sure what that means. That means that you just want me to shoot at you? The ship I'm in right now has no guns. But I guess I'm back in my bubble, so I have access to my other ships. You sound just like me when I was on my way home. At the last minute, I stopped looking and went home. Yeah. Yeah. Well, honestly, I think the reason that I booted it, so I think it was like about, if I look at the trip, I think when I got around here-ish, that was when I was kind of like, if I don't, like, there's no way I'm going to make it for New Year's if I don't just start going, right? And yeah, so I think around this point is where I'm like, okay, I need to stop. Unless I find Earth-likes, unless I find something really amazing, I just need to go. And that last half of the trip was, except for this, oh my God, I highly recommend this right here. You need to go here. Oh, what just happened? Anybody who hasn't been here and you're looking for an exploration trip, go here. It is 11,000 light years away. So if you're looking for your first major exploration trip, like if you haven't done a whole lot of exploration, it's not too far away. And there are 2 Lagrange clouds in there, which are anomalous signals, and they're gorgeous. They're lightning cloud, I can't really describe it. It's amazing. Go there. They're cool. Out here too, this is going to be a different trip that I'm going to take eventually, where there's a bunch of this is what's called the Hawkins Gap, and there's a bunch of abandoned settlements out here that I'm planning to go check out at some point. Also down here, this is the Formenheim Rift, some more abandoned human civilizations that I want to check out at some point. And then there's another group, I think up and around this area, I can't remember exactly where, which is the Conflux, which is another set of abandoned human settlements that were a part of the Dynasty expedition, I believe it was called. That part of the lore of Elite Dangerous. So some cool stuff. Do I require a ride to anywhere? I don't think so at the moment. I made it. What are your specs for your ship? You missed the storm clouds? Yeah. Well, it's in which stream was that? Not this stream. So there's 2 streams today, so it's neither of those. Was it yesterday's stream or it was either yesterday's stream or the stream before? Is where we did this. So if you go back and you can find them, if you scrub through or whatever, you could probably find it. They're really cool. Like, they're really cool. Okay, so Gunny's asking the specs for my ship. So actually, hey, I'm at a port. I can go in and actually go to the freaking I don't even remember the name of the damn thing. Outfitting. I can go into outfitting. God, it's been so long. You know what? Basically, I was in quarantine in Elite Dangerous as well, because I had no people.
That's taking social distancing to a whole new level.
A whole new level. So yeah, see, hard points? Nothing. I have absolutely no guns on this ship because it's an exploration ship. And if you put guns on your ship, guess what? It adds mass and it reduces your jump range. And obviously, when you're out in the black, you're hardly going to run into things normally. Utility mounts. I didn't have any utility mounts on my ship. Back when I first started exploring, I would normally put some heat sinks on my ship just in case, like if you drop too close to a star or you started to take heat damage or whatever, you could pop a heat sink and it would stop that from happening. But I've stopped doing that because 1, they add more mass, which reduces your jump range, but 2, I always run with an auto field maintenance unit, which you'll see eventually, which you can repair any damage that you take with that. As well as I also run with hull limpets as well that can repair your hull. So I've stopped kind of doing that. The only thing that it doesn't stop, obviously, is if you take any damage to your power plant. That's you can't fix that until you get back to the bubble. Core internals, I've got lightweight alloys because obviously you want it to be as light as you can make it. I've got a Guardian hybrid power plant. I've got 5D thrusters. So you'll see that this could actually take. So with the power plants, the way that I deal with power plants normally is, what are all the things I want on my ship, and how much power do I need to adequately power all of those components? And I put in the best power plant that supplies that much power and no more, because again, the bigger it is, the heavier it is, and it drops your jump range. I even do that philosophy I use on any of my ships, not just exploration ships. I use it on all of them because jump range is good all the time. But on this ship, you'll see that I've got, even though I could put in like 6A thrusters on this thing, I've got 5D thrusters because they're lighter. And you don't need to boost all that much when you're out in the black. But I've got the best possible frameshift drive I can put in this thing. I've got a 5A frameshift drive, and it is modified to increase the frame. I've got a level 5 rating frameshift drive, and a mass manager enhancement on this thing. Again, make it lighter, give it the best jump range it can have. I got a 4D life support. Again, D-rated components are the lightest components you can get. If I could go lower, you can't. I don't think you're allowed to go lower than when you're on a ship. I don't think you can go lower than the size for that internal for life support. I could be wrong on that, but it's been a while. Okay, they don't have anything here anyway. But oh no, store? No, I don't want a store. I want a browse shop. I believe, yeah, 4. Yeah, I don't think that they'll even let you put in a 3. But so the D is the lightest one. And also, if you're out in the black, the life support basically gives you a certain amount of time before you have to get back to a station or someplace, right, to repair. But if you're out in the black, it took me 2 weeks to get home. There's no way, like, it didn't matter, right? So just put in the lightest thing you can get. If your canopy goes out and your life support fails, you're screwed. So there's no point in having a heavy one. You're just done. Power distributor, again, I actually tested, and Bulls, I think if you remember, like, we actually did some power distributor testing, didn't we, with boosting for our exploration ships? Is that right? Yeah.
Yep, we did. We
So
cut it as
the
close as
philosophy,
we could.
yeah.
Scientists.
Yeah. No, we
That's what
we
we are,
basically outfitted our
scientists.
ships with all the things that we wanted, and then we played with the power distributor, because what we were trying to do is get to the point where what is the lowest power distributor that we could put into the ship that gives us a boost, right? We just want one boost out of it, just in case, because when you're exploring, you don't need to boost away from enemies. You don't need to boost away from pirates or anything like that, right? What you need a boost for is, let's say you're landing on a planet, and that planet has a really high gravity, and you're coming down to land, and you realize, oh no, I'm going in too fast, and I'm gonna hit, and this could be bad. So then you point straight back up, and you boost to slow your descent. You want to have you need a single boost to basically get you out of trouble when you need to get out of trouble. So that was kind of the testing we did. It was like, what's the lightest, lowest powered power distributor that we can put in this thing that gives us a single boost, but also doesn't kill our weight too much. Now, this is what I'm talking about here is exploration ship specific. If you are doing anything else, my recommendation is put the best A-rated power distributor you can put in your ship. And it's probably the first upgrade you should do, because the power distributor in any other situation is probably your most valuable component, because it'll help you boost away from enemies. It'll help you in combat. It'll keep your guns going, all that kind of stuff. But for an explorer, it's about weight and the minimum amount of power you can get away with. And same with sensors. What's the smallest, lightest sensors you can get away with? Because whatever. And then again with the fuel tank, because when it comes to fuel tank, we're going to optional internals. You want the biggest, badass, highest rated fuel scoop you can get, because you're going to be jumping a lot, and you're going to be scooping off stars constantly. And you want to fill up that fuel tank as fast as you can. Then an auto field maintenance unit, which repairs your stuff. You need at least one of these if you're going exploring. In a bigger ship where you've got more compartments, you could take 2. The nice thing about having 2 AFMUs, AFMUs, is if you only have one, you can't repair this one, right? But if you have 2, you can actually have one repair the other, right? So you can actually have the 2 of them repair each other, so you can always keep the AFMUs repaired as well. But on a smaller ship, so this is a medium-sized ship, I believe, the Phantom. So it's I don't have that much luxury, so I only took 1. But if you're going out in like an Anaconda, you'd probably take 2 of these. And then then I've got a Guardian frameshift drive booster. That was worth it. That really added like some serious jump range to my ship. There's a lot of stuff you got to do to get that, to get the Guardian tech. And then I've got a planetary vehicle hangar that I actually have 2 SRVs. That's a luxury. Because I knew I was going out to Beagle Point, I was like, hey, if one of my SRVs blew up, I want to make sure I have a backup. But normally, I take a smaller hangar and just take 1 SRV with me. It was because of the distance. I wanted to make sure I had a backup in just case I needed it. And then again, shields, like the smallest shields that you can get away with. Just in case, if you hit something like I did when I hit the the trees, the space trees. They helped make sure that I didn't blow up in a single hit. But but yeah, they're basically just for oops-a-daisy while you're out there in the black. And then a repair Olympic controller. This thing, again, if you're going out in the black, you want to make sure you've got a repair Olympic controller so you can repair your hull. And then it was just some cardboard racks because there was nothing else could fit in that spot, just in case I wanted to pick something up, just in case I found something out there I wanted to bring back. Detailed surface scanner because I'm an explorer. And then look at that. I've even got an empty compartment. I didn't put anything in one of them just because weight. I didn't need it. And then planetary pursuits. So that's basically the loadout for the ship and why I picked what I picked. So that was a lot of blah blah.
It was
back
good
in the
blah
chat.
blah.
It was good blah blah.
No, it's been good. I've been able to do some organizing while you're talking.
He's tuned you right out so he could do something else.
No, I've been dipping in and out. So what would you like? You don't have anything to do now, do you, Anubis?
Oh, I mean, there's lots I could do, but if you guys are ready for the next thing, yeah. I mean, I've made it home.
No, yeah,
I've,
it's completely.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
You
I'm here.
did it.
I did it.
Yeah. Oh, see, Gunny says that was educational. I think you should just host like an educational show, like a kids show.
Well, I hope that
Could
helped.
be our Bill
like,
Nye.
Bill Nye, the spaceship guy, or
Yeah,
Anubis
that's
Ra,
what
the
you'll
spaceship
see from
guy.
now on. Safety glasses on.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
let's talk about frame shift drives.
But yeah, I know a lot about this game because I've been playing it for a long time. And exploration is my passion, so I've learned a lot about how to do that. Now I'm going to try and get into combat, and I don't know a lot about that.
You
So
gotta
any
get
advice
mean,
that anybody
Anubis.
else has
You
around
need
combat,
mean.
I'm open.
Come on. Be a mean
If
guy.
Apple were here, do you know what he would say?
Put on a plastic mustache and we'll take him out. No?
Just don't die. Don't die,
Just don't
Anubis.
die.
Just don't die.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, did you win?
Yeah, it's like that. Just
Let me
win.
know when
Just
it's
win.
over.
But yeah, Lyric's ready to take over whenever. But if you've got stuff to do, stuff you'd like to talk about, you've got another 14 minutes. Otherwise, I don't know. Chat. What would you like Anubis to talk about?
Well, I'm gonna quickly just kind of like look through if I see any comments that I missed that. We got over prepared Anubis. The only thing you should actually be worried about is boosting in a canyon. Happened to me twice as I had to start over mid Distant Worlds 2. Yeah, I didn't do that. That's the kind of stuff that I'm going to do now that I'm back, where I can easily get to the ships that I want. Actually, one of the events that we did a while back that was a lot of fun. Bulls, were you around for these? I can't remember where we.
Yeah, I was.
I think you were.
The
Yeah,
canyon
where we took
races?
ship launch fighters, right? And we went and did canyon,
Yep.
races. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I want to
So
do more
good.
of that. Yeah. When did I get a gift sub? Oh, so Charlie97. Yeah, there was an anonymous donor earlier in the stream that we thanked profusely. If that person is still here, we thank you again. Gave out a whole bunch of subs to the channel. So that amazing.
Should
Thank
we
you
guess
very
who
much.
it is?
Huh?
Should we guess who it is?
Should we guess? Is it a
From the
game?
Yeah. Bulls. I reckon Bulls did it. He didn't want us to know.
Is it Bulls?
You can reckon all you want. Not really going to help you, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm still learning how Twitch works, but I probably should learn because we're probably going to do a few more things on this channel. So I should figure out how more of the Twitch things. Minty Jones says, "Nice talk, though. I can't get enough Elite Dangerous info." Well, you know what, Minty? When I take you out, we need to. Now that I'm back, I'm officially back in the bubble, right? Actually, I should. Let me go back to. Oh, not that. Let me go back to up. Like, I should give you guys something cool to look at while we talk, right? But let me just go back up, and we can look at spaceships coming in and docking while we talk. But Minty. We need to do some flying together, and I'll teach you all the things you want to know, and anything I don't know, we'll figure it out. So let me. And that goes for you too, Bulls. Get a computer again.
In the game. Still my old computer, but it still plays like Dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, but I thought you said your son took it over.
No, he took my room over, so I'm sitting out in like the middle of the downstairs right now. So yelling and screaming into the headset was frowned upon, shall we say?
I understand. And thank you, Charlie 97 for the congrats coming back to the bubble. I made it. But so Iron Matrix says use flight assist. But I don't want to use flight assist. And then he says, what here? Flight assist toggle will save you in asteroid combat. Well, so well, yeah, but so there is a YouTuber. I don't know if he still YouTubes or not, but he did back when I was doing a lot of the stuff before. And he put out a whole series on learning how to get better at turning flight assist off and then actually like flying and doing combat. His name was Vindicator Jones. I actually liked a lot of his stuff, and he did a whole series on flight assist off. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch those again. I don't know if he's still doing stuff or not, but one of the exercises that he talked about doing, which made a lot of sense, and it's kind of funny you mentioned asteroid combat, is so you go into an asteroid field where there's not really any combat going on. And you turn flight assist off when you get in and near an asteroid. And then what you try and do is you try and actually orbit the asteroid, right? So you line yourself up, and I just realized I don't have that on, so that probably looks a lot better. There we go. I didn't have my ring light on with my mic, or sorry, with my light. Wow, too much scotch with my camera.
Too much scotch with your camera.
No, too much scotch.
That's definitely.
I couldn't say the words.
For a scotch.
But yeah, like you basically what you try to do is you try and orbit the asteroid with flight assist off, keeping the nose of your ship pointed directly at the asteroid at all times, and trying to keep the same distance between you and the asteroid at all times. And you go around and around and around, and then as you get good at that, then you start to try and twist so that you can, like, the asteroid stays in the middle. You keep the same distance. And then you go around the asteroid, and then you start to change your orbit around the asteroid, right? It was one of the exercises, and I think it'd be a lot of fun trying to like get better at that. And I'm planning on doing this. I think it'd be fun to do some of it on stream and some of it off stream, but I'm definitely going to take out a suicide to do such things, not an expensive ship, because I imagine there are going to be some explosions as I learn.
So you better have many rebuys in the bank account before you.
Well, that's why I'm saying that's why it's going to be a suicide. Basically, a sidewinder that has been like a stock sidewinder with no upgrades, so that if I blow up, I don't lose a whole lot.
Not with 750 million credits.
True, but I'd rather lose a sidewinder than an FDL.
Didn't we run with FDLs for a while?
We did,
Back
and I
in
want to
the
get that's
community
what I want to get back
thing?
into for
Oh.
combat. I want to get back into an FDL. They're
My
beautiful
favorite
ships.
ship to fly.
Yeah. So, Gunny says, my problem with scanning ringed planets where the outer ring is an excessive distance from the star/planet in the system. So just trying to probe it so that you can see where you should mine? Is that what you're getting at? I haven't done a whole lot of that, so I don't think I have a lot of advice there. Mining is something that I've basically ignored. Might be something to. I actually do want to try to do some deep core mining. I think that'd be fun to try because I've never done any of that where you actually like split the asteroid and big explosion.
Things up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Charlie thinks it was Jim that gave the anonymous gift. Oh, Iron Metrics has a carrier. And you wonder where I'll end up
for
next?
real?
I don't know where I'm going to end
Hang
up
on,
next.
Did you only just work that out? He was offering to fly you back.
Well, it was.
ages
Oh
ago.
yeah. You're sorry. Right. It was Iron. So yeah, it was a combo. It was Iron Matrix and Fern Dip. I thought I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. It was the two of them, and I didn't know who. I guess who actually owned the fleet carrier. Maybe they both do. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that was my bad. I apologize again. Fern Dip came in as well on one of the streams and said, you don't need to apologize." But I can't help myself. I'm Canadian, so I do it all the time. But
Breathing.
it's like breathing. Yeah. They offered to basically come out and get me and bring me back, and I didn't even see it because work. Yeah, but ultimately I flew home anyway. So, but thank you very much for the offer. Minty Jones says, "I look forward to it, and yes, I'm learning to fly without FA. Would be amazing." Yes, I agree, Minty. Although based on what I've seen, because every time I watch you stream with FA on, you know, the toaster rack gives you some issues, so we got to work on that. You should just go into Astrofield and fly with FA off. Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. A whole bunch of that kind of stuff, maneuvering around the asteroids, all that jazz, right? Trying to get better at weaving in and around the asteroids. Exactly. Call it a shreddy. So it says that's my fault. Yeah, because it's when I'm watching, right, that you screw up. You're fine every time else, but all I've seen is the screw ups. Having a joystick. Yeah, I've got a full-on HOTIS, so I think that will help with that. If you aim the probe right, you should. Yeah, so I think it's a matter of because I did fire at a couple of rings when I was out in the as well, and I noticed like there is you do have to think about the arc, right? Like you can't just point directly at it. You got to think about the gravitational pull of the planet, and so you want to try and arc. Like when you fire the probe, you want to make sure that it kind of like based on how you want it to orbit the planet and deal with the gravity, that it would hit where you want it to hit on the asteroid. So it probably takes some practice. Yeah, thanks Gunny for all of the advice there. Posture change. All right. There we go. And the super Louis? I don't know, but thank you. The inner rings are the problem. Yeah, they're probably difficult, right? Maybe the closer you get. I don't know how close you can get before you try firing. That might help. Not what I meant. Read it again. Yeah, I'm horrible. Extra joystick for... An extra joystick for maneuvering thrusters. What? I don't even know what that means.
There are people that swear by using dual joysticks instead of having a throttle.
Oh, that's so you mean two joysticks instead of a joystick on the throttle?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds complicated.
Yes, I'm like, I barely got this working. There's no way.
Wow, Charlie 9, man, you that's a whole nother level.
About
Anyhow,
two.
yeah, I think
Two
we're at the
joysticks
point.
and a throttle. Is that
Two joysticks and a throttle. So I just need a third arm. I need to be
just
Zayfa
have-
Bitterbrock and have a third arm, and then everything's fine.
no your mouth?
Don't go there. Don't. Just don't. It's 3 a.m. Don't.
Star Citizen is better with dual joystick. Yeah, actually, Star Citizen. I want to check out Star Citizen. There's been a lot of updates to that game since I played it last, so I think it'd be fun just to do a walkabout in that alpha. Caveat:
It's still.
I know it's not a game.
Still,
I know it's an alpha, but I think it'd be fun just to see what's going on.
It's like watching snapshots be taken. We'll shake the Polaroid.
Still
as
not
we
what you meant?
develop
Oh
each
my god.
frame.
Bulls, we have no
Well,
idea
we're-
what Charlie 9 is talking about.
Yeah, we're about to
Charlie 9
end here,
is
Charlie.
yeah,
we're about
is-
to switch. So
Yeah, so we're winding
Posted
down.
in
This is
Discord.
the end of the stream for my journey
Wait.
home. We made it. We did it.
mm,
Lyric is up next, right? What are you playing, Lyric?
Yep.
yeah,
I am finishing off the Rusty Lake series.
yeah.
It's
She's
a-
been working on it all half of the year.
yeah.
going
Oh, is
through
that
all those
is that one of
games.
those
Didn't
puzzle
realize it
games that
was
you've been working
too
on?
much. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like a point and click escape game.
yeah, you're good at
thing.
those.
It's
I'm
It's-
not.
No, you're better than me at those.
6 months. That's not saying much, is it?
Aw.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not that it's not true.
No, that's the kind of things I expect from you, Bulls. I would have it any other way.
It's not true.
Yeah.
It's very very weird. It's a
Yeah,
very
it's weird,
game.
and I've accidentally played them all out of order, so the story makes absolutely no sense, and it's already a difficult
Yeah,
story to
but
follow.
already, even if you were to see it in order, it wouldn't make sense. So it's
Yeah,
yeah, but this is the
this is the last one.
last one. It seems fitting to do it on StreamVestor.
Yeah.
You know, to,
Yeah.
to end something so that we
Mhm.
can bring in the new year with something new.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
And we're at the point where we're just winding down in StreamVestor. There's 2 shifts left.
Mm-hmm.
2 shifts left. We've
So,
got
yeah.
there's another. Well, actually, what Vancouver
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Pacific is having their New Year's in what, like 30 seconds or so.
Yep.
So
Less than a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll,
we'll-
celebrate
we'll-
that, and then we'll shift.
we'll do a
that
big
over
yeah
after that.
big woohoo.
Mhm.
And then yes, Ironmetrics. I agree. Star Citizens is a good showcase, but it's not a game yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being back in the bubble and doing some cool shit. So we are. Yeah, I'll be doing some of that. Looking forward to some new streams. We've got this next New Year's celebration that's happening, and then we'll hand over to Lyric. Those that are still
I
awake,
assume
stick around.
you'll go to sleep.
I might watch a bit because
Those
I
in Europe are
like
just
Lyrics. I might do what Lyric did with Spidey and watch Lyric do some puzzles because they're fun. Oh! Ah!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! All right, so I'm going to
yeah.
end card and stop the stream, and then just hold on a sec, and Lyric will be back in a little bit with
Yes.
a puzzle game.
Okay. All right.